Samantha Brown is an English female singer-songwriter. She is the daughter of musician Joe Brown and session singer Vicki Brown. Early years: Brown's first work in the music industry was in 1978 at age 14, when she sang backing vocals on the album 78 in the Shade by the Small Faces. She soon had worked as vocalist with several other groups, including Spandau Ballet, and with her mother on the 1982 solo album Before I Forget with former Deep Purple keyboarder Jon Lord. Music career: Brown signed a contract with A&M Records in 1986. Her most successful song with A&M was Stop, released as a single in 1988. She issued an album of the same name that year. Other singles taken from the album included Walking Back to Me, This Feeling, and her cover version of Can I Get a Witness. The album Stop sold over 2.5 million copies worldwide, doing particularly well in the UK and Australia. Brown's second album, April Moon, includes 2 hit singles, Kissing Gate, and With a Little Love. 3 further singles were released from the album, Mindworks, Once in Your Life, and As One. Brown's third album, 43 Minutes, was a dark recording made around the time that her mother was dying from cancer. A&M, Brown's record label at the time, was not happy with the album, and wanted some potential hit singles recorded and added to the track list. Brown, not willing to compromise and after a protracted legal battle, bought back the masters of the album and released it on her own label, Pod Music. Few copies were initially released, although it was reissued in 2004. Brown provided backing vocals for Pink Floyd on their 1994 album, The Division Bell, and accompanied them on tour to promote the release. Her involvement was documented on the following year's Pink Floyd release, Pulse. In 1995 she had a minor chart hit in a duet with Fish, entitled Just Good Friends. In 1997 Brown returned with Box, released via the independent record label Demon Records. Tracks on this album included Embrace the Darkness, Whisper, and I Forgive You, which was co-written with Maria McKee. McKee's version of the song appeared on her album, You Got to Sin to Get Saved. The year 2000 saw the release of Reboot via another independent label, Mudhut Records, and the single In Light of All That's Gone Before. In 2003 Brown formed the band Homespun with Dave Rafferty, releasing 3 albums. Brown also released several solo recordings in this period, including an EP. In 2004, Jon Lord released Beyond the Notes, for which he wrote almost all the lyrics. In late 2006, she undertook an extensive UK tour as special guest of her father, Joe Brown. The shows also included appearances by her brother, Pete Brown. In 2007 Brown released Of the Moment. She also returned to the top 10 of the UK albums chart in October 2007, when Valentine Moon was included on Jools Holland's hit album Best of Friends. Brown is an accomplished ukulele player and runs the International Ukulele Club of Sun in Common, the North London Ukulele Collective and the People's Ukulele Brigade. Brown is also a patron of Tech Music Schools in London, made up of Vocal Tech, Guitar X, Keyboard Tech and Drum Tech. Backing vocalist: as well as her solo career, Brown has had a successful career as a backing vocalist and collaborator with other artists. She has worked with Barclay James Harvest, David Gilmour, and Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, Jon Lord, The Firm, Gary Moore, George Harrison and Nick Cave. She has often appeared as a member of Jools Holland's Rhythm and Blues Orchestra, and achieved further prominence with her 2002 performance at the Concert for George, singing Horse to the Water, but this song is only included in the film of the concert, not on the CD. In 2002, she was a backing vocalist at Buckingham Palace at the Golden Jubilee of Elizabeth II's concert, Party at the Palace. In 2015 Brown teaches backing vocals classes at the Academy of Contemporary Music in Guildford, Surrey, a school for rock and pop musicians. Personal life: Brown has 2 children, Vicki and Moen, with her ex-husband, producer and musician Robin Evans. Discography: Solo albums: a Euro Gold album, a Paragraph, a Euro Silver album. With Homespun: Homespun, Effortless Cool, Short Stories from East Yorkshire. Equals with Jules Holland equals, Hop the Wag, Small World Big Brand UK number 8, More Friends, Small World Big Brand Volume 2 UK number 17, NZ number 44, Small World Big Band Friends 3 Eurojack O The Green UK number 39, Swinging the Blues Dancing the Ska UK number 36, Moving Out to the Country UK number 45, Best of Friends UK number 9, also, Horse to the Water. Singles equals. Album titles. The titles of Brown's solo studio albums so far have partly spelled out her name, Stop. April Moon, 43 minutes, Box, Reboot. Of the Moment, Brown claimed she was unaware of the pattern, but once it was brought to her attention she vowed to continue the trend, asking fans to submit suggestions for the next title beginning with O. Of the Moment was released in September 2007. Its title was suggested by a fan via Brown's website. See also, List of former A&M Records artists, List of performers on Top of the Pops. References. External links, Sam Brown discography at Discogs, Sam Brown at AllMusic. Retrieved February 6, 2014. Sam Brown at the Internet Movie Database, One Candle Sam Brown Fan Club.